Hello everyone, I am Picken, and this is my daily video for a show I call My Journey to 40. Today's focus, or lesson maybe is a better way to put it, as it recently came to me as I was reflecting on the day, because it is the end of the day, January 3rd, is forgiveness. So, there was, I guess, a couple things that happened today with different people who, well, one person kind of let me down. And this particular person has been letting me down over and over and over again. And it got me bummed out. It did. And even though I expected it, I expected what happened, even when it happened, it still disappointed me. And I can go back to previous lessons that I have actually talked about in these videos, with, just accepting things and going with the flow and not holding certain expectations of people and things and events. And you can actually see these little snippets that I'm providing here that, over time adding everything up definitely provides value. It provides value for me to go back and reflect on those things and go, right, I shouldn't have set such high expectations. But even in accepting that, it took me a bit to reach a point of forgiveness. And even if we go, okay, whatever, that person annoyed me, they did or said something that upset me, and all right, I'm letting it go. But then an hour later, you find yourself kind of thinking about it again and dwelling on it. You're still holding on to and harboring that negative energy. And that's not doing you any good. We can take a look at sort of the flip end of things, the opposite end of the scale. If we want to talk about forgiveness for people that we have held resentments against for a very long time. Years and years and years and years and years. Again, that's just negative energy that you are holding on to that isn't doing anything to that other person. All it's causing harm to is yourself. And I would be a hypocrite if I didn't admit to doing that and still, quite frankly, going through that right now. There's one particular person in my life, where I shouldn't say in my life, they haven't been in my life for quite some time, but that I do hold some serious resentments toward and have not yet reached a point of forgiveness. That's a tough one. That's one that's going to take me a very long time, but it's something that I've recognized is important for me to put a focus on, to be able to develop as a person, to be able to love more, to be able to just be overall healthier mentally and emotionally. But going back to the ones that are a little bit easier to focus on are the daily things that happen. And so it reached a point where I recognized, because I was actually doing my meditation, and there's, I've got my book here. I referred to it in an earlier one, but this book, fantastic exercises. There's one where you're just kind of noting. So as you're doing your meditation and things pop up that are distracting you, you note them. So you make reference to them, so you're acknowledging them, and then you let them pass. And the things that kind of kept on coming up for me were my frustrations of this person who had let me down earlier in the day. And so that's when I recognized that even later in the day in my meditation, I'm still focusing on that. And I had to kind of redirect my meditation to bring myself to a point where I could go, okay, that person is clearly dealing with some things. They're holding on to their own issues and resentments, and it's unfortunate, but you know what? I still love that person and I forgive them. And it was like, whew, weight lifted. Like I could literally feel it, and it was just like, wow, how much of a cranky prick have I been all day because I've been holding on to that negative energy, and I feel like I'm getting better at recognizing these things sooner, but I feel it's important to do some self-reflection at certain points through the day and go, how is my mood today? How am I generally overall? Am I happy today? Am I grumpy? What's going on? And I feel like that's an important lesson to take moving forward, that the sooner you can get yourself to forgiveness and not just, say, okay, I forgive, but to actually get to a point of forgiveness where you go, yep, okay, I forgive you, I don't care what you did or said, it's not bothering me anymore. And to actually reach that point, it's such a powerful step forward in your emotional and mental development. To be able to do that helps you get to much more of a positive place a lot quicker. So that is definitely something that I feel was a big takeaway for me today, and something that I have now recognized that is important for my development over the course of the rest of the year. A little bit unrelated to that, is sitting down and hashing out some goals. And there is a day planner called Passion Planner, which I'm actually going to be downloading and going to a print shop and printing tomorrow. You can buy and order the actual book, and it comes in a nice cover and all that kind of stuff, but they do also offer an option that's a PDF download, and that's something I've actually done the past 2 years in a row, and I find I save a bit of money that way, but I also just prefer it. So I realize, being January 3rd, that I'm definitely a little bit late on this, but as far as priorities go, I'm living in a place right now that, when considering the 3 essentials, or what I consider essentials, being heat, electricity, and running water, we only have heat right now. So I've been a little bit limited in being able to focus on other things. Really been focusing my attention on getting those things done. We do have solar, it's charging batteries. We're gonna go buy lights and bring an electrician in to get those wired, so then we got 2 of the 3 and water's the 3rd one. So, definitely putting a big focus on that, because that's important for myself and my family to have those things in our new place, and then we can kind of officially be moved in, even though we're already kind of moved in, just without a lot of stuff. But having said all that, I'm going to be printing my Passion Planner, and then I'm going to go through some of the exercises they have as far as mapping out what I want to accomplish over the course of a year, over the course of months and weeks, and it breaks it down really nicely. And again, this is not a paid promotion by any means. This is just a tool that I have used in the past that I like. So I definitely wanted to bring that to your attention, and in future videos I'll show you stuff that I'm doing that is helping me move forward. And the only other thing that I think I'm going to say before I wrap it up is I'm excited to very shortly be getting back into some running again. I really, really miss it. We just had some snow recently, so I'm going to be digging out the running snowshoes, my Dion snowshoes, sooner than later. And I know Marta was hiking with the kids today, pulling them around in the sled. So we are getting a lot of activity outdoors, which is fantastic. I've been chopping a lot of wood. I have been staying active, definitely. But there are some certain activities that I miss that I will be refocusing on sooner than later. So that is it for me today. If you have someone who you're pissed at and you're able to reach a point of forgiveness sooner than later, do it. It will help you, it will help them, it will help the relationships of those around you. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.